Hi, this is Preetha and welcome to Dakshin Curry. When we are not in the mood to make any vegetable or say gravy as an accompaniment to our puri or chapati, we look forward to chutneys. Today I will be showing you something called as Thokku. Thokku is nothing but a nice thick chutney. It's not even a chutney, not even a pickle, somewhere in between that. I will be using tomatoes for the same. So to know how to make Thakkali Thokku or tomato Thokku, stay tuned. Really simple recipe, not too many ingredients, not very elaborate, but a really superb recipe. Let's have a look at the ingredients. Firstly, the oil is going to be a little high, okay? So I'll be using around 4 to 5 tablespoons of oil. That's going to ensure that this recipe is going to have a long shelf life. Apart from that, I have 4 to 5 ripe tomatoes. Ensure that you use nice juicy ripe tomatoes for this recipe. Apart from that, a few sprigs of curry leaves which are just shredded. A pinch of turmeric, a pinch of hing, 1½ teaspoons of sambar powder, a teaspoon of mustard seeds, 1½ teaspoons of red chilli powder, a little bit of jaggery to tone down the spice, a little bit of coriander leaves, and what I have here is a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds which I have kind of sauteed in a little bit of oil, and then I have roasted it, and then I have powdered it. Now I have coarsely powdered it. If you want, you can also make it into a nice fine powder. So let's see how to make this. We'll start with the oil. You need to be a little generous on the oil. Like I told you, it's somewhere between a chutney and a pickle. So obviously the oil is going to be a little high. Let's start with the mustard seeds. What you can do is, you can also add this like a tadka towards the end, but it's fine even if you add it at this stage. We'll allow this to splatter, and the minute it crackles, we'll add the rest of the ingredients. Now, what is going to make this Thokku nice and aromatic is the fenugreek seeds. It's a vital ingredient, so kindly don't miss out on that. Now that your mustard seeds are crackling, let's add the rest of the ingredients. We'll be adding our curry leaves, nice amount of curry leaves, and I'll be adding a little bit of turmeric, a little bit of hing. Now I usually use whole hing, but I have used hing powder. Just give this a quick mix, and then I'll be adding the tomatoes. Now, as you can see, because it's nice and juicy, there's also a lot of water content. Please use that. Do not discard the juices. That has a lot of flavor. And the idea is for the tomatoes to cook in its own juices. So you should always avoid adding water. Now what I am going to do is, at this stage, I'll be adding the sambar powder and the red chilli powder. Now to know the recipe for sambar powder, all you need to do is do a search for sambar podi on Dakshin Curry and you will find it. 1½ teaspoons of that, nice aroma, and it's going to be nice and spicy, so this will stay for a long time. Now if you want, instead of you adding red chilli powder, some people don't add green chilies. If you want, you can add green chilies also. It all depends. Usually Thokku is nice and spicy. Now there's going to be spice from the red chilli powder also. There is a spice also in the sambar powder. It's going to have a nice color. Now this stage, let's add salt to taste and give this a mix. And what we'll do now is, we'll allow this to simmer or say cook on a medium flame. Keep mixing occasionally so that it doesn't burn. And as in how it cooks, you will see that the tomatoes shrivel. Their juices are going to cook the tomatoes, and this is going to shrink. So let's cook this for a while. So tomatoes have been cooking for roughly around 4 minutes on a medium flame, and this is how it looks. As you can see, the oil is starting to come on to the edges of the pan. At this stage, I'll be adding the fenugreek seeds powder. Now you might wonder that this is going to get bitter, but no, trust me, it's not going to get bitter. Just give this a mix. This actually gives a nice pickle aroma. And we'll allow this to simmer again. Now many people add jaggery, like my father. He does not approve of jaggery. He wants his tokku nice and spicy. But my mom likes a little bit of jaggery, and even I do. So I'm going to add a real small piece. We don't want this to simmer for long. So what I'm going to do is just add this and allow it to melt in this flame. Just coarsely crush it. Not too much. If your tomatoes are going to be nice and sweet, not very tangy, then you don't want too much of jaggery. Now at any stage, if you feel that, you know, the bottom is like kind of getting stuck, the masalas are getting stuck, all you need to do is add a little bit of water. Now fortunately for me, I didn't require it, so I had kept it aside. Now we'll just allow this to simmer again for a while, for say a couple of minutes, till it all gets nicely mixed up, and we'll see the oil kind of coming onto the sides, and then we'll serve it. Thakkali Thokku is ready. It's really yummy, guys. You have to try this, okay? You can use it as an accompaniment, as I said, with rotis or say with puris or with dosa, whatever. If your folks are out, what do you need to do? Just grab this, just grab your chapatis, and your meal is done. So make this. I'm looking forward to your comments, okay? So please write to me, and you know what you have to do, right? Do not forget to subscribe to India Food Network. Until next time, it's Preetha signing off. Ciao.